Hello and welcome back to a new episode of Sailing Me Sea. Last time we arrived at Gallipoli after a rather rough ride. Our goal was to visit the E-propulsion dealer so our outboard motor problem could finally be resolved. Later in this episode you'll find out that this will be quite an adventure in itself. Have fun! Good morning! It's Easter Sunday and we are stuck at our anchorage. I just called port control and I'm not allowed to go in at the transit pontoon because it's full. And it's full with the fishermen. I don't know if it is because the weather is too bad or because it's Easter weekend and they are not going out for fishing. But the result stays the same. We are stuck at our anchorage. Just a few hundred meters from our boat, there's a small harbor for pleasure fishermen's boats, so ideal for going ashore and exploring the city. Okay, we are heading for shore. I called this morning to the port control, but they didn't even pick up with VHF, so we'll go on shore with the dinghy and leave the boat at anchor. He's been out there for almost 3 days and he didn't move an inch, so she will be fine.
Hopefully we have permission to put the dinghy over here.
Finally foot on shore. It's about time. Oh look, our Missy.
Yeah, I saw it.
It's really not far, huh?
No, it's not far away.
Quite windy, eh? I'm relieved that we didn't have permission to go to the transit-free pontoon because it's impossible to dock over there right now. I think it's a bit like the street food in Palermo, you know, where we have eaten at the market, where you can choose the fish and then they prepare it for you. So the port control haven't been lying to us. No, it's really full with fishing boats.
Yeah.
It's only the question, is it because of the bad weather or is it because it's Easter weekend? So now we're heading for the information center to ask where we can take the bus tomorrow to go to the service point of E-propulsion to get our battery updated. Just been to the tourist information center. First of all, they only speak Italian, not a word English. And then I asked where I can take the bus to San Nicola tomorrow. And he sent me to a travel agency bureau to ask again over there. Unbelievable. Only speaking Italian for a tourist office. So, since we didn't get much help there, we decided to look it up ourselves later on the internet. 18 churches here in Gallipoli, only in the old town. Very religion. We didn't feel like visiting churches, so we simply strolled around. Although Gallipoli was an important city in history due to its strategic location, it didn't really appeal to us. There was one shop that caught our eye though. The owner makes original bracelets with nautical elements, and since Carine is always looking for nice gifts, our trip to the city wasn't wasted.
One for you, Charlotte, and one for me.
The next morning we got up early to go to the E-propulsion dealer. But when I called again to be sure, I was told that he had no time for us that day. So we had to postpone the repair until the next day.
There is no bus to San Nicola, so we have to take a taxi.
So, this boat shop was not at the previous address. They have moved and they didn't change their address on the internet. Luckily, the taxi was still waiting for us, so he brought us to this new place. We arrived here and he told me I have to wait 7 hours and before he has the time to do the update on the battery. But we just got a phone call that it should be ready, so here we are. And we are back at our dinghy. We were lucky, the guy of the workshop has shown some compassion with us, and he gave us a lift with his car back to our dinghy. So luckily we didn't lose too much time, and yeah, we're gonna see if we're gonna leave today to Leuka or maybe tomorrow morning, but I have to see the weather forecast. And yeah, but most important, the battery is served, and also the engine itself has its new software, so it should be fine. But I'm gonna test it on board, put it on the 220 volts and see if it charges completely now, but fingers crossed again. We couldn't wait any longer. As soon as we were at the boat, we ate a sandwich that we ordered in the supermarket, and we head off. We are going now to the most southerly point of Italy, and it's called Leuka. And probably we're gonna anchor in front of the marina, and tomorrow we will go into the marina. But it's a trip of 20-25 nautical miles, so we should be there before the sun sets. We didn't make it to Leuka. The wind dropped completely. I even sailed 1 hour or maybe 2 under spinnaker, but with 3 knots of wind you don't go anywhere anymore. So I decided to take an anchorage between Gallipoli and Leuka, somewhere at the beach. It's not protected because the swell is still coming from the south, and there is no protection at all, but there isn't much wind and the swell is really small, so hopefully we got a good night of sleep, because that's almost 3 days ago now that we have slept without any swell. The anchorage looked very calm, so that was good news. But the bad news was that we were again confronted with our mystery from the engine room. And when I started my engine, we had that burning rubber smell again, and there was a little bit smoke in the engine room, and I think there's something wrong with my alternator, because I see small particles of metal underneath. So I have to investigate that again, because it wasn't the belt. Luckily, we still have a generator to generate power, so we could continue our journey. I had to get to Corfu on time, because I had a big surprise planned for Carine there. First a quick stop in Leuka to restock, and then it was finally Greece's turn. I was so looking forward for this. So with a bit of a delay, we are at the entrance of Marina Leuka. Almost ready to give them a call that we are arriving. First, let's take down our mainsail. Good morning, and it's a beautiful morning. Finally, summer is getting into town, and we are getting ready for our crossover to Greece. Yes! So we are here right now at the Maria di Loika, and Greece is not so far anymore. So here is Corfu, and that's our final destination now, but probably we'll be going today to an anchorage here in this island Nissos Erikousa, and from there on tomorrow we're heading through here, and that's the city of Corfu. And what Carine doesn't know is that our Charlotte and Cento and Gio will be arriving tomorrow at Corfu. So, but it's a big surprise. She knows nothing, and it wasn't easy to keep this a secret to her, because normally she always senses when something is going on, or yeah, we are doing something behind her back. But this time I think she's not suspicious, but I'm not sure. Yesterday I was talking with my sister and my brother-in-law through FaceTime, and my brother-in-law says, "Oh, so now you're going to Corfu," and normally he didn't knew that. So after that, Carine said to me, "How does he know that we are going to Corfu?" She found it a little bit strange, but I hope it's gonna be a big surprise for her, because she misses Gio and Charlotte and Cento enormously. Me too, but for her it's much harder. I have the impression to miss family. I see Charlotte and Gio and Cento every day on FaceTime, so that's, for me, that's good enough for a couple of months. But with Carine, yeah, she really needs this physical contact, you know. But yeah, so I think she's gonna be extremely happy tomorrow. She was also asking to me, "Why do you need to be in Corfu now? Because we can stay one more day at this island, or wait another day somewhere else." But yeah, I've got to be in Corfu. Okay, I've got to stop this video because she's on her way. Ready for Greece? Let's do this, eh? Only 15 miles to go, and we are at our island Nissos Erikousa. It went very well today. We had wind from 12 knots until 22 knots now, and we're doing 6.5 knots speed over ground, so we're doing great. And in front of us is Albania, and on the right side of us is Greece. there are three small islands in front of the coast of the mainland of Greece, and now we are passing Nissos Otonoi, and that's the largest one of the three, but we are passing this one because now we still have good wind, so I will take the next one, and then we don't have to go that far anymore tomorrow to Corfu, because tomorrow there's not gonna be so much wind, so the further we get today, the better. As you can see, we have arrived in Greece, land of the ferries. This is the main way to travel between all these islands. We're gonna see them a lot. In the meantime, I'm charging my batteries with my generator. Although we have to go on engine today to Corfu, but I have to remove my alternator, my 24-volt alternator from the main engine because it's getting way too hot. Yeah, there was even coming smoke from it, so I couldn't take the risk of getting fire in my engine room, so I removed it. But now the only way we can make electricity is by the generator or the few solar panels, but that's way not enough for us. So yeah, we'll see how it ends up. But that was a problem for later. Now I had to make sure we arrived in Corfu on time. Our Charlotte and her family landed later that day, and it was crucial that this remained a secret for Carine until the very last moment.
So now we have a surprise for my mom. We're here in Corfu and she doesn't know that we're here. So there are they, like there. So now we wait. We made it on land.
Yeah. Let's go into town. I'm hungry.
Let's go.
Carine had previously mentioned during a phone call that we should go buy bananas, and as a joke, Charlotte had brought them along.
Hey, dikke vriend.
Good morning!
Good morning.
And how was the surprise yesterday evening?
Fantastic. Unbelievable.
You were completely off chart. You didn't know what happened.
No, I didn't know what happened, but it was a big surprise.
Yeah, it was fantastic. We had a nice meal yesterday evening with the whole family again, and at first Gio was very tired and he didn't react much, but after that he recovered, and yeah, we had a great night. He still remembers us very well, and it's really nice that they are here. So we're gonna spend 1 week together and explore Corfu a bit, but most of all just enjoy of our reunion.
Yeah.
And our boat is here at the south bay of Corfu, and yeah, it's really nice, really calm at the moment, and it will stay like this a couple of days. You have a wonderful view on the fortress. And our Charlotte with her family stays at this hotel, so that's really nice that they are so close with us. The plan for the day was to get to know our way around Corfu town. There we find everything we need, eh?
Where?
On the other side of the street is a metal constructor, ship chandler, fishing shop,
Okay.
toy stores. Naturally, we had a typical Greek gyros for lunch and even indulged buying a Cuban cigar for the evening.
So tonight we're gonna try a Cuban cigar.
Although it feels like a week's vacation, we don't have the luxury of fresh sheets and towels every day like they do at a hotel. So while they enjoy a few hours at the pool, we go into town to do the laundry. So while Carine is doing the laundry, I'm on my way to the port authorities or port control to see what I have to do to check in Greece, because each country has its own rules, and normally in Europe you're free to go from country to country, but yeah, here in Greece some things didn't change over the years, so I think I have to fill in some formalities so we don't get any problem while we are here cruising around. I already filled in my e-tepai tax and already paid it online. That's some kind of cruising tax you have to pay here in Greece, and yeah, so that should be okay already, but for the rest I don't know what I have to do else, so I go and ask. Okay guys, just went into customs, but that's not the place where I have to be because I'm from Belgium. So now they're sending me to the port authorities, what I was first looking for, but I didn't find it yet, so hopefully they gave me the right direction now. Okay, so this is the last building on this quay, and yes, oh, even in English, Central Port Authorities. That's where I have to be. Hopefully it's not lunchtime. So that went very smoothly. They checked me in the country for 15 euros, and every time I check out I have to come back, and then when I come back to Greece after Italy I have to check in again and pay again 15 euros. So good to know. And by the time I got back to the laundromat, Carine was already finished.
And again, a wonderful morning in Corfu.
Yeah, it sure is.
My,
Look
that's
at this, our private aquarium.
that's a lot.
Sometimes you have days where nothing has to be done and everything goes. I usually love planning, but today is one of those days where we just let it happen. We stroll around, watch our grandson having fun at the playground. Hey, Gio! Grab a bite to eat, walk a bit further, crack open a bottle of wine at the terrace, and let the day pass by. Wonderful, sometimes. Next time on Sailing the Sea, we'll explore some of the island's most beautiful spots. Afterwards, we'll have to say goodbye to our family and continue our adventure in the Ionian Sea. We decide to sail back to Italy. Want to know why? You'll find out next time. As always, thanks for watching, and I look forward to your reactions. I hope to see you again in the next episode. If you like to be notified when it's released, then don't forget to subscribe and tick the notification bell. See you soon guys, bye!
Big cigar. We look like two mafiosi from Italy.